We've spent the last couple of years talking about Chinese billionaires, and every time I see you, you've got a few more tucked in your pocket.
You less today.
Yeah, there's a few out now, aren't there?
Yeah, I mean, look, you talk about the government intervention in China Mobile and the stability that creates. If there's one asset class out there that's exposed completely without a safety net, it's the billionaires. They pretty much operate in a free market as more than anyone else in China.
Yeah.
If you look at the 42 billionaires on our daily ranking of the 400 that we track, actually, they're up about 50% this year, which is really an indication.
They're still up by 50% this year.
It's an indication of just how high that market got, because it peaked collectively at about over $700 billion in collective net worth somewhere around the end of May. Well, they're down about 50% since then.
Right.
So if you just look at the numbers today, wow, they're having a really good year. But since the middle of the year, they've actually plummeted. And our index reporters have uncovered in the first half of the year more or less 50 new billionaires that were created in the heated market. More than half of those people are no longer billionaires. So, I mean, it's a volatile market, and you really have to have a tough stomach if you're going to play in that game.
So those guys came up pretty fast, and they've gone down pretty fast. So are they the ones that are affected the most, or is it the guys at the top? Kind of how does it work in terms of where the pain has been felt?
Yeah, it's kind of at the extreme. So you've got these guys, they all popped up $1 billion, $1.2 billion, $1.3 billion as the markets rose. Well, they're down $500-600 million now in the stakes of their companies. Then you look at the other extreme, Wang Jianlin, who's the richest person in China, and Zhao Chunfei, who became the richest woman in China out of nowhere. She's got a company called Lens Technology, which basically makes glass screens for iPhones. Big business, right? She jumped up to about 13, IPO in April, it was, or March, early in the year. $13 billion is about where her net worth peaked. She's down around 6, and it's been up and down like this pretty much every day for the last 4 months. So it's it's a tough. If you're trying to make long-term planning based on your net worth and you're a Chinese billionaire, I wouldn't do it.
Right, but the numbers are still fairly big.
The rise was so great that the fall hasn't quite taken away the gains yet.
Any surprises out there? Any real shocks in these numbers? Anybody really suffering? You talk about the extremes.
There is a guy, I'll butcher the name, apologize to everybody, Long Ying Shan, and him and his brother have a company, and they rose about 1,300% after 1,300% in the early part of the year. Again, this Shenzhen index and the Shanghai Composite Index, it was just on fire. I mean, triple-digit gains, 4-digit gains. Well, they pretty much lost just about all of that gain now.
Wow. Okay.